don't respect a man until he's married. Damn. And faithful. He will have my kindness. He won't have my respect and admiration until he can be married and faithful.
First time watching this video, I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. But then I thought about it.
He can be married and faithful.
This is actually brilliant. Money is the form of currency that everybody knows. But currency is not just money. It's anything that can be used to acquire something, whether that something is physical or intangible. Just like money is a form of currency, women, knowledge, time, and married men can also be seen as a form of currency if you put them on the right application. There are two types of form of currency: direct form of currency and indirect form of currency. When it comes to the direct form of currency, inside of it you have time and you have money. Time comes before money because you need time to make any amount of money. Passive income or not. Time is being converted into minutes and hour. Money is being converted into cash, diamond, and gold. This is the fastest way to judge anybody, okay? Because when somebody have a lot of time, you think of something. When somebody doesn't have a lot of time, you think of something. When somebody is rich, you think of something. And when somebody is poor, it makes you think of something. Fastest way to judge anybody. This is used to buy things, okay? We are talking about almost anything. These are your physical purchase. You can use your time to work, to make money, and that money you use to either pay bills or to buy X, Y, and Z. Over here, indirect form of currency, this is where everything switch, okay? Remember, this was the fastest way to judge somebody, but this is the best way to judge somebody. This is the breakdown of it. Indirect form of currency, different things can go inside of it if it's being valued by the person that's buying it, by the person you're trying to sell it to. For example, a woman can be in it, a car can be in it, a married man can also be in it, but there is a slight switch, okay? Anything that's not directly, purely, and solidly money, meaning time and money, needs to have the conjunction, yeah, needs to have the conjunction if next to it in order to compensate for the fact that it's not purely, directly, and solidly time, which is money. For example, a woman is a form of currency if she's the most beautiful woman in the womb. A car is a form of currency if it wasn't stolen or borrowed. A married man is a form of currency if he's been married and faithful to one woman for a long time. That's what's hard about it. If you have money, if you have cash, if you have diamond, gold, it doesn't really matter if you stole it or not, because you can still be able to buy whatever you want. Doesn't matter if you're stolen or not. However, though, you can't just wake up and steal a woman. You can't just wake up and steal a car. Like, it's 10 times harder to do that. So when somebody has the most beautiful woman in the womb, it makes you think of something 10 times deeper, because sometimes you might have the time to make the money and not have enough money to buy a car. However, sometimes when you have the money to buy the car, you might not have enough to get a woman because it requires 10 times more. Well, to get the most beautiful woman, because it requires 10 times more to do that. So that's why this is the best way to judge somebody, because it's not just one step, it's many different steps. Then you ended up getting this thing. Boom. However, though, every single one of these things are all being converted into two things, where you get trust, you get respect, and you get admiration. These are the three things these two forms of currency boils down to: trust, respect, and admiration. So if you are low on the money part and you still want trust, respect, and admiration from other people right now, think about this. For example, driving to a networking event with $1 million cash, driving to a networking event with the most beautiful woman in the room, driving to a networking event being the fittest man in the room. Now, what the video is talking about is the married men. Think about this: driving to a networking event without the car, without being fit, without the most beautiful woman in the room, but you have this one sentence, which is, I have been married with one woman, committed to one woman, being faithful to one woman for a very long time. Like, What the hell? This is what's hard about it. When you meet somebody for the first time, your first impression of them is largely based on where they are currently, which is directly linked to their past actions. That's why first conversations almost always has these three questions in different forms. One, what do you do for work? To figure out the level of respect they should give you. Two, some kind of questions about relationships to figure out, does anybody else see what I'm seeing in you right now? And then three, some questions about the future to categorize and assess potential value. As a human being, all we are trying to do is place a bet on the person that's in front of us, whether that's our friend, girlfriend, family, or a stranger that's trying to become one of these things to us. And the goal of placing a bet is to figure out, hey, if I move forward with you, am I going to lose or am I going to win? If somebody's married, that doesn't mean they're not gonna break your trust or betray you. If somebody is fit, that doesn't mean they're not gonna do bad things to you. If somebody has the most beautiful girlfriend in them, that doesn't mean they don't have bad intention. However, though, if you were to compare everybody who's married on a long-term marriage versus everybody who's not married, you're going to end it up winning that bet on the married person, because it takes 10 times more things to get to that point. If you've been married for a long time, faithful for a long time to one woman for a long time, because nobody does that anymore. The whole point of this video is to put it out there as, if you are a rich man, you're looking for somebody to trust, respect, and admire, you need to know that the poorest man in the room might just be the richest man in that room. And if you're a poor man looking for somebody to trust, respect, and admire, you need to know that the richest man in the room might just be the poorest man in the room. But all of that comes from if you know what to look for.